Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the wonderful world you are watching from. This is Jesse Brower coming at you live. Guys, I've got a little note prepared for today's live that I'm going to go through. I'm going to enjoy this, and I just hope that you guys enjoy it too. It's really important because we might end up either failing and bitching or learning to pitch and winning. I have repeat customers who buy leads over and over who are crushing sales. They know how to pitch. I also have one-time buyers and they know how to bitch. It's all in how you work the leads, folks. If you call up a lead and your pitch is, what day did you click a solar ad? As if your job is to audit the quality of the leads, many prospects will hang up on you. Not all, but many. That is because they do not owe you anything. They owe you no explanation. You are calling them acting entitled, as if you are owed a solar sale because you bought a leads list. Can you hear yourself? The ridiculousness of your approach is laughable. I would also hang up on you and look for a real solar professional. You are interrupting their day. A call to an aged solar lead is still a cold call. You need to be compelling. Salespeople, and I use that term extremely loosely here, who buy aged leads expecting laydowns and just call through a list to audit them, never actually pitching the leads. Those salespeople are trying to do is just prove a point. They expect everyone to lay down and buy solar from them because they bought an aged solar list. Do not be surprised if you don't get sales with that attitude. People will hang up on you. What kind of a pitch is that? It's not a pitch at all. That's not how it works. And the solar prospects could care less about your call unless you actually make a compelling pitch with enthusiasm. You have to actually call up and make a proper ask. Make your pitch and ask for a solar appointment. That is why my successful leads buyers are doing that's what they're doing over and over again. And that's why they're crushing it in sales. Most leads buyers agree that my aged solar specific to opt-in leads from the ads are easier to set appointments on than the cold verified homeowner list, but both work if you actually call up and make a pitch. Calling up and demanding to know what day they clicked on a solar ad is going to get you hung up on. It's not a list of laydowns, it's a list of leads. If you know, you know. If you don't, you miss out. Educate yourself on how to speak to people with a compelling, enthusiastic pitch. Guys, pitch is not a bad word. Pitch is not a bad word. Everybody says, oh, people don't want to be pitched. No, actually, they do. People do want to be pitched because a proper pitch is not an unprofessional, slimy thing. A proper pitch is knowing your product and delivering it with confidence. And that's what people want to do, is deal with other confident people. The saying that people don't want to be pitched is a cop out for weak wannabe salespeople. The best salespeople on the planet, on the other hand, they perfect their pitch, their talking tracks, and their closes. If one set of guys buys leads from me and absolutely crushes sales, and the other set of guys gets nothing and whines, same type of leads, same ads, same age, it's all in how the leads were worked. Period. Guys, when you're calling people, you need to sound enthusiastic. You need to understand how many people have gone solar in that area and use that. Yes, hello. Hey, it's Jesse, the owner of Kingman Solar Power. I'm just stopping by to let you know. I'm just calling up to let you know that 50 of your neighbors right here in Kingman have gone solar in about the last 2 weeks. We just wanted to see if we could stop by and show you some solar numbers like tomorrow or the next day. Yes, hello. Hey, this is Jesse with Kingman Solar Power. I'm just calling up to let you know that like 50 of your neighbors have gone solar right here in Kingman in about the last 2 weeks. And I was just stopping by to see if we could stop by and show you some solar numbers on how it might look for your house tomorrow or the next day. Have something compelling, guys. Make the ask. Make the ask. I was watching a video with Steve Jobs, and he was saying that the people that are successful are the ones that ask in life, and the ones that don't ask, you know. So if you call up and you call an aged lead, and you're like, oh, yes, this is so and so with so and so company. What day did you click a solar ad? What kind of a pitch is that, guys? What kind of a pitch is that? That's the difference between somebody who's going to win and somebody who's going to lose. That's the difference between somebody who's going to get hung up on. It's like you can't call up demanding people. What day did you click a solar ad? And acting entitled as if they owe you a solar sale. That's absurd. And that's why people that do that, they don't find any success on any kind of lead, let alone an aged solar lead. But people that call up and actually make a compelling pitch, on the other hand, they're finding success. They're getting sales, and they're coming back and buying more leads from me because they call up and they actually make a compelling pitch. They're not sitting there, calling up and demanding, "Oh, hi, this is such and such with Green Energy. Yeah, we're just following up to see about that solar ad you clicked. You remember that solar ad you clicked? Should have been about 90 days ago. Do you remember that?" Most people are not going to, it's like you're acting like they owe you, that they have to do something for you. They don't. Some people are going to say, "Yeah, I remember." But you know what? It's a horrible way to start all of your calls. I mean, I understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to audit the leads. You're trying to say, "Oh, did they really click and all that?" I get it. But that approach sucks if you're actually trying to close a solar deal. The better approach is, hitting it with enthusiasm, letting them know that a lot of their neighbors have gone solar recently, and then making your ask for a time and a date to sit down and look at the numbers. One of the pitches that works for me, guys, is, "Hey, this is Jesse Brower with Kingman Solar Power, the owner of Kingman Solar Power. About 50 of your neighbors right here in Kingman have gone solar in the last 2 weeks, and we just wanted to stop by and see if we could show you some solar numbers as well. Would you be available tomorrow or the next day in the morning or afternoon?" Basic stuff, guys. There's no hiding the truth or concealing the truth. It's just basic stuff. But you just got to make your ask, and you got to do it with enthusiasm, with a big goofy smile on your face. And then, that's how you set appointments on the door. The same thing on the phone. And if you are on the phone, you should still have a big goofy smile on your face because people can hear a smile through the phone because the word and the air comes out of your mouth a little bit differently when you're smiling, and people's ears can hear that because they know how somebody sounds when they're smiling and how somebody sounds when they're frowning and looks pissed off. I mean, if you're frowning like this, your voice is going to sound different than if you're smiling and talking like this. It's just a different tone that comes out of your mouth when you're smiling. So for sure, if you're hitting the doors, smile. Have a big goofy smile on your face when you're hitting the doors. If you're making calls, the same thing. And pitch your pitch, whatever it is. But learn your pitch and perfect it. The best solar salespeople on the planet, they perfect their pitch, they perfect their talk track, and they perfect their closes. And the ones who don't, they just fail and bitch. Right? It's the reality. So what do you want to do? Do you want to perfect your pitch or fail and bitch? You've got a choice in this life if you want to be a salesperson. So it was just a quick one. We're gonna hop on. I made a post about this, and I thought it'd be fun to come on and do a live about it. If you need leads, text the word leads, LEADS, to 623-203-2442. That'd be 623-203-2442. Thank you.